here at Wild Heart Yoga today, and we're talking about the meditation and singing bowls. And well, you're known as the Singing Bowl Lady.
Singing Bowl Lady.
But why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sandee Conroy, Singing Bowl Lady, all around Austin.
I met Sandee a few years ago, I think when I was pregnant with my daughter, my third baby, and your class really helped me get through the stress of having a third baby life, and also just the aches and pains that I had. I really felt like I felt more rested after I left your class.
Oh, great.
And cleansed, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I hear that all the time. You know, that's one of the basic things that the session does. It's just so relaxing. It just relaxes you to the core. It's like an internal sonic massage.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's a great way of describing it.
Yeah, and I just love that, you know, and that's just one aspect of it. And I think that's why I love my bowls so much, is they just cover so many aspects, you know, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. They bring a balance to all those aspects of you.
And when you say that it's also equally as important to do something like the bowls as it is to, say, exercising.
One of the main things I really love about sharing my bowls is I feel like it gives you a time out, a real time out from everything out there. How often do you get an hour of your life where this thing up here is quiet, you know, for any length of time? And the bowls will take you there. They take you quickly and effectively into that meditative state that we sit and work at, you know, when you're doing a regular meditation. And bowls I call them monotonously hypnotic, because they just take you there to the alpha theta brainwave state, which is that meditative, creative, intuitive, that magic land that
that's a great way of describing
I love them.
For someone who's not familiar with it, how would you describe the bowls and how they relate to the body?
I have 11 bowls. I travel with 7. They each represent a different chakra. Chakras are power centers in our body, and they represent different aspects of our being. The root chakra represents our physical fight or flight, that primitive aspect of us. The next step up is the sacral, which is the more creative, the sexual center of us, the expressive. So then we come up to the solar plexus, which is the power center. The negative aspect of that chakra can be greed. Then we come up into the heart, which is, I feel like, where we're trying to evolve into this heart center. And then we come on up into the throat, which is expressing your truth. Then it comes up to the third eye, which is seeing beyond the physical. And then you have the crown, which unites you to the spiritual aspect. It opens you to the divine knowledge. So those are the basics of those centers, and the bowls do address each one. They're made of crushed and molded quartz crystal. The reason you feel them inside of you, or one of the reasons, is because we have crystalline structures inside of us, in our blood, in our cells, in our bones, it's just throughout our body. And they have an affinity with the crystalline of the quartz, and they resonate with each other. I just feel like when I play my bowls, what I'm doing is I just intend that I'm sending out vibrations that are bringing a balance to people out there, whether it's physically, emotionally, or spiritually.
With different ones too, and the different vibrations, sometimes it'll affect me in different ways, whether I'm not feeling very grounded today, and like that somehow like roots me, or sometimes like they do make me feel more awake, and I'm like, why am I like, what's happening? It's kind of wild how it can affect different parts of my mood or my body. Or
I get so many different comments from people. You know, they feel like it helped them physically. They felt a pain relief. Some people felt like emotionally they were stressed, and they just felt so much better afterwards.
You know what's so interesting about resetting is, I think we talk so much about exercising, or we talk about diet and how we have to reset in that way. And I've been talking to a couple of different doctors, one of which Dr. Littman, he's in New York, and one of the things that he actually talked about in one of his books is how important it is to meditate, and how that's not talked about enough, and that should be part of your daily routine, and getting that meditation, how important that is to reset yourself. So it's not just about what you eat, and it's not just about the exercise that you do, but it's actually about unplugging, getting away from chatter from other people or your cell phone or whatever it is, and resetting yourself.
Correct, yes. I have this little thing that I say pretty much at the beginning of every one of my sessions, and it goes, a quartz crystal singing bowl sound bath can't really be explained, it must be experienced. Some come to bring balance to their physical body. Some come to just totally and completely relax. Some say the chatter in my head goes away. Some just say it's otherworldly. I love the fact that I can sit there and play the bowls, and it does so much to everybody out there. I love my group sessions because they all may be in that room, but each one of them is somewhere different, you know, having their own unique experience. And I think it's so needed right now, you know, everybody's so plugged in all the time, and we need to unplug and get in touch with who we are and why we are. And I feel like my bowls provide that. I play the bowls powerfully. I don't chant, I don't tone. I just play them babies, because that's how I've been led to play them. I just try and get myself out of the way and just release their magic.
If you live somewhere where you can't maybe access the bowls, or you don't have a meditation teacher in your area, what's another way that someone could benefit from this? Is there an app? Is there a way to get those vibrations or do anything on their own, in their own practice? Or
well, there's nothing like a live session, but the best thing you can do would be to get headphones and just find a recording of bowls or any kind of sound. Binaural beats, I listen to those. It's called mind food. So I do listen to those a lot, and I feel like it does balance me in my life and my work and just all aspects of my being.
That's very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'm really excited to get meditation back.
All right.